in a universe where life does not end at death. We explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series following the Guardians of Photonic. Follow along as the Nameless Blade and allies she meets in her order work to thwart the plans set up by void-like entities. As you sit, the Nameless Blade, you sit next to Guardian Engle, who stares out into what looks like a beautiful emerald horizon. He looks at you and says, "So what has brought you to me?"
I am on a mission to track down a cult of fire and find artifacts of a ancient blade.
I see. Cult of fire. And an ancient blade, you say?
Yes.
And this ancient blade, is it tied to this cult?
Indeed. I believe it was once used by their deity.
I see. Well, I can definitely help. What do you need? What do you need to do now?
I need to finish gathering the other guardians who are nearby.
Alright.
Then I need to locate the heart of the cult.
I see. And how many guardians do you have so far in this group that you're gathering?
So far I have I think on I'm trying to remember if
it was only Kath that
it is only Kath, right?
that you've gone to so far.
I only have Master Kath currently.
Master Kath. I'm trying to remember. Is that the one that is I don't know. Like they don't come to the harbor very much because they're afraid of it.
I made him go.
Oh. Okay. I've never met them before, but that'll be interesting. It's always.
He might be mad at me right now.
You think so?
Well, I did stab him.
Oh. You're not gonna stab me, right?
Oh no, you're not crazy.
He looks at you and then he gives like a
He
sigh
went
of
mad with
relief.
Old age.
He gives a sigh of relief and he's like, "Oh, that's good.
So
That's good to hear."
I stabbed him to return him to his prime. You know, as one does.
I mean, it's a good thing that he's a guardian, right?
Yeah.
And feels
awkward laughing.
Yeah. And he Engle kind of looks down and kind of starts wagging his feet between his hand between his hands, and you see him kind of looking down and he's like, "So if we're gonna go to meet other guardians, do you know who we're gonna meet?"
I will open the codex and show him the list of the remaining guardians.
All right, let's actually open up our own codex and check those out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So you have
if I
two
wrote
more.
those names down. Two more.
It's pinned in our Discord chat.
Oh yeah, because we're smart.
Yes, we are smart.
Yeah, we use our brains.
You have Nef Tenvo, which is another guardian, and then Tolvan. Tolvan is I believe a prime of some kind, and then Nef Tenvo was a Nugonian. Well, is a Nugonian.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to first before?
Let's go get our prime, because Nugonians are typically unpleasant to deal with, I've noted. Like, as a player, that's been my experience.
Okay. So you want to go to Tolvan first?
Yeah.
Engle looks towards you, and what do you say to him after he asks?
Sorry, he asks? What did he ask?
He asks, like, which guardian are we going to next?
Oh, right. Sorry, my pins are not working. Oh, wait, I can do that on my computer.
Tolvan.
I was just scrolling through Discord. Tolvan, thank you. We will go to Tolvan.
Tolvan.
Jump to the pin.
I think I know of them. They're very wise guardian. At least that's what others have said.
Wisdom is important and needed.
I'm not sure exactly what his expertises are, but I mean, if he's a part of the list that you were given, then I think that we should definitely go check him out.
I nod.
You could you get the sense that this kid he's mature, but he still has that childlike mentality.
Yeah. It's okay. Clearly he doesn't need, I'm gonna protect him from the void real hard to make up for not protecting and saving my brother.
Engle kind of is like, all right, well then I guess let's go, yeah?
Yes, and I'm going to force myself into that location with my not magic powers.
Yes, go ahead and roll me a discipline will check. As
Discipline will.
Pull out my dice.
Yeah, and
hopefully you don't do.
I'm good at this.
You are. You got it.
I rolled a 1, so that's a 17.
Oh yeah, you're really good at this.
I wish I had hero points from Pathfinder or inspiration from D&D.
That's the wrong dice.
Just to re-roll that. But anyways.
So, as you manifest this energy to transport yourself to a separate division within Botanic. You watch as Engle does the same, and it's almost like your two energies begin to converge towards one another, and then a huge pulse of this essence engulfs both of you, and then you emerge on the other side of what looks like a desert plain. It reminds you of the world in which you originally came from where the
mission began.
Where the mission began. Though it is different, you can sense the energy. It has shifted quite a bit. But you see Engle is there with you. And he looks over towards you. He's like, well, it's been a while since I've been to a desert planet.
I take off my big hat and give it to him so that he doesn't get a sunburn.
And you see, as he looks over, he's like, I don't need that. And you see,
are you sure?
You see from his eyes the one that is white and then one that is blue. They both begin to glow, and then his hair turns. It almost creates this icicle that turns into an umbrella.
That's adorable. I put my hat back on.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, I come from a place where we kind of had a lot of water, to put it mildly.
A nod.
So shall we begin traveling?
Indeed. And I'd like to look around and see if I can spot any civilization.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Alright, that is gonna be awesome, because I got a 5 with talent, so...
So an additional +6 on top of your will.
Yeah, which is already a 12.
So 18.
There we go. I rolled a 20, because I just rolled a 2. Hey, the dice it's getting better. I rolled a 1, I rolled a 2, maybe next I'll get a 3.
Yes, that's a good.
Hopefully I'll do better than that, but...
We will see what happens. As you look around, you don't necessarily notice any sights of civilization. You do see the dunes that kind of grow and then fall off. It looks like you've managed to find a place where not much is going on. You do, however, notice that there are some kind of streaks in the sand that almost look like tracks of some kind of creature. You're not quite sure what it is, but perhaps investigating might be required in this. Engle is also looking around. Definitely rolls a lot better than 2.
Well, that's good.
And
Someone has to be getting the good rolls.
He looks over and he points over towards the same tracks that you saw, and he says, "Oh, I think there's some kind of serpentine creature around here somewhere. Maybe we should try to avoid it."
Very well.
And he kind of points over to the other side. Is like, maybe we should walk that way, just and see what we can find.
Sounds like a good idea.
As you guys begin to head out that way, you spend the next well, probably about an hour or so. Would you like to role play with Engle at all, or are you just going to keep quiet the entire time?
I'm going to ask Engle a couple of roleplay questions.
All right, go ahead.
Because I can.
Yes, you can.
So, Engle, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
Saving the world? I mean, there's several worlds that are under my jurisdiction.
Very well. What are you doing when you're not saving the world?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I smile at him.
Well, I like to look at sunsets a lot. There's something about the opposite of my people's culture that makes me curious.
What kind of culture do they have?
Well, we live in a very frozen tundra most of the time. It's where I got these powers. Well, my powers. But, you know, the sun doesn't come out very much when we are there. So, I don't know, I like being able to explore different places. You know?
I nod.
What kind of culture do you come from?
I stare off into the distance and just remember the burning mansion, the blood, the heat of violence, and the Void Walker, and my death. And zone out for a couple minutes into the distance, and then I go. Then I go. It was once beautiful, a place of honor and self-improvement.
You see, he looks at you curiously, but also with slight concern on his face. And he says,
Well, I think we all had a difficult time getting here, you know, to where we're at.
I nod. I wipe away the weakness from my eyes.
as you continue to move forward, any other questions you have for Engle?
No, my character is all contemplative and silent now.
As you continue moving forward, the desert, you feel a breeze beginning to grow around you. You feel the sand beginning to hit you. And I'd like you to... Did you pick up the energy knowledge? I forget.
No, I don't have enough slots for it right now.
Okay. Just roll me a straight will.
Straight will? I can do that. I changed dice, so hopefully this is better. Haha! It is. Okay,
Is
I
it
got
a 3?
No, I rolled a 9.
That's
so
good.
9 plus 12, whatever that number is. One day I'll math.
9 plus 12 is 21.
Thank you.
As you
Thank you,
continue moving through, Matt can math. As you continue moving through,
I value you and respect you for your ability to do simple computations.
you suddenly get a powerful pulse of energy that is probably several hundred feet away from you. To the west of you. Engle. I need to see if Engle senses it. Yes, Engle definitely senses it with a crit. And you both stop and look over. The feeling...
We should check that out.
The feeling of it feels like a guardian. As you continue to move in that direction, you
know
see...
what? I saw another guardian flyer at before. I mean, they're more dragon, but I think I can fly if I try. I can teleport, so why not fly?
You want to fly? You want to try flying?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try willing myself to fly towards that guardian.
All right. Please.
Figure it's faster than running. And worst case, I just don't fly.
Please roll me a straight will.
Yeah, of course. I got another 21.
Wow. You feel yourself beginning to levitate off the ground for a moment. But the sensation doesn't hold and you kind of plop right back down. But you get the sense that...
Well, I tried.
You get the sense that if with more practice, you might be able to.
Yep. That's something that I'm good at, practicing things. But I'm just gonna start making my way there.
You're gonna start making your way downtown?
Yeah, to the Guardian.
Walking fast?
Oh, hell no. I'm gonna put Angle on my back and sprint.
Angle is already kind of going up the dune.
He's ahead of me.
Yeah, he's ahead of you. As you were practicing that flight situation, you run up and you begin to kind of like climb up the dune. And once you get to the top of it,
longer legs than the child.
Once you get to the top of it, you see Angle is looking out, and you see what looks like a small little monastery type situation on top of the dune. And
I have a ridiculous idea. Is it further up or is it like down?
It is on top of a larger dune that is probably about 200 feet away.
Okay. To kind of speed it up a little, I'm going to try. I'm going to throw my hat on the ground and try to surf down the dune on my hat. Well, it's a big circle. I think it's like one of those terrible toboggans, that are like a big plastic circle except a hat.
All right. I mean, sure.
It's better than walking down it.
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check. Let's do it.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna start surfing down
right,
dunes. You're a dune surfer.
Yeah, I'm a dune surfer. I have a 2 in acrobatics and an 8 in agility.
It's a good thing there's no spice here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I rolled a total of 18.
Total of 18.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We're gonna use. This is gonna be kind of check. Easy enough. You kind of hop onto your little your hat, and you begin to surf down. And Angle is like, "No fair." And he's like, "Wait! I can do something."
I smile at him.
And you see him blast some ice down, and then kind of creates like a surfboard, not a surfboard, like a snowboard kind of thing. And he hops onto it, and he begins to go down. And then you see him tumble and fall, and you see him just begin to roll, and then stop. He just his head kind of hits the ground, and you see him just lying there.
I want to hop off my hat and flip it into the air so that it lands on my head like a cool person. Then I'll go make sure
Roll
he's
me.
okay.
roll me. Just I just want a straight agility check. Just straight agility.
Just a straight agility.
Yes, I want to.
You know what? I'm gonna use my class feature and move my swap my will and agility for a
Oh,
second
your
here,
racial
that-
thing. Your racial thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do my racial skill, and I'm gonna be dope at this. So that I have a 12 in agility
Okay.
for this. I want to be cool. Okay, I rolled an 18 in total.
Easy enough. You just flips it off straight up onto your hat, like no worries at all, and then you rush over, and
Wonderful.
You go over to him. You see him kind of sliding down the dune, and you see his face of just disappointment and embarrassment.
It's okay. It takes a lot of practice.
Really? How many times did it take you?
Let's not talk about how many times it took me.
You help him up,
I help him up.
and
It'd probably be easier doing that without an ice, as ice is slippery to stand on. It might make it harder to balance.
I mean, I can balance.
Maybe if you gave the ice the texture of like sandpaper on the top, it might help.
Okay.
and you see him kind of just look still embarrassed and upset, and then he continues moving forward.
I pat him on his back reassuringly.
You guys go up towards the dune ahead of you. As you climb up it, you reach the top, and you see this monastery. It radiates the same essence. The same essence that you both have. And you look on top of this altar that has what looks like multiple stone tablets. Etched into them are runic symbols. And they look like a different variant of Votanian. Which is a language.
Yes.
The
Which
language,
I imagine is like the Votanic language.
Yes, yeah.
That some Guardians know, but not necessarily all.
Not necessarily all.
I'm gonna lean over and be like, "Can you read those?"
There's some symbols that are different, but it looks like maybe scripture, like a worship type.
Wonderful. I'm gonna knock on the door.
It does
Like
say
a polite and civilized fellow.
As you go over, you look over and you do see a door that is just there. The door is there's no structure around it. Like there is actually like no building, only what looks like an arch of some kind with an altar, and then the door is right behind it. And the door is radiating just this pure tonic energy. And then as you go up to it and you go and knock on it, the door opens up to what looks like a larger building, and the wind stops, and you look around, and you are now inside it looks like a larger space with a circular table in the center, and you see banners. Go ahead and roll me a lore check.
Alrighty, I am not smart. I got a 7 total.
These symbols look familiar to you, of a specific order that you have heard of, that you have seen before. You don't know too much about them, but you do know them to be these banners are show the sigil of the rune forgers.
Oh, rune forgers are handy.
And as you're walking inside,
maybe I could get him to make me a runic hat.
Engle walks in with you. It's like,
so I can throw it like a Captain America shield.
How interesting. This must be his private domain. Like how mine was, you know? Do you have your own private domain yet?
My own what?
Each Guardian can manifest our own private domains.
How?
Well, I mean, the longer that you're a Guardian, the more you will be able to manifest certain aspects of your own will, I guess.
I already know what mine is going to be in the future, and I think you're going to love it, because it's just going to be made of swords.
It's going to be really prickly.
Made of swords.
It's going to be really prickly.
And there's going to be a magnificent garden
made of swords. As you walk through, though, and Engle kind of goes up to the table in the center, you see a figure manifest in the corner, and it is a blonde prime with golden brown eyes. You see his uniform is almost like a tunic of some kind, and he looks at the two of you and says, "Welcome. To whom do I owe the pleasure?"
I give him a respectful bow, as is proper with my home world and whatnot.
Engle.
And I introduce myself as the Nameless Blade.
All right, and Engle is like,
"Howdy, I'm Engle."
"Greetings. And you've come to my domain for what reason exactly?"
I am gathering guardians to hunt down a cult of fire, which I believe is tainted by the void. They possess artifacts of their deity. I have obtained the blade of it already, which is safe in the harbor. But it is imperative that we make sure that the other pieces do not stay with the cult.
You obtained the...
They're corruptive.
The
hilt.
You
Guard?
obtained the
hilt.
I believe it was a hilt.
Yes, sorry, replace blade with hilt. I just got swords on the mind. Sword Fortress.
He's like, you say cult of fire.
Indeed.
Would this cult of fire be the inner flame?
Indeed. Do you have experience with them?
I don't have first-hand experience, but I have done some research before about this cult. Do you have any idea how long this might take?
I shake my head.
the inhabitants of this world, they are still growing. I am trying to help them along and as best as I can without intervening as much as I can. But they are in a difficult situation as their world is surrounded by other near space faring civilizations that aren't the greatest to be around.
I nod. I understand.
Engle looks over. It's like,
If I am to give my advice, why not choose a specific, person to help guard your worlds, Or maybe we can go to the harbor and ask another guardian to see if they could watch your stuff while we handle this stuff.
unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. These people are... I have made a mistake myself, and I'm trying to fix it. I've stopped showing...
Is there anything we can do to help?
I am not sure about that. They've become somewhat dependent on my guidance. I've stopped showing myself for the past several rotations, mainly because I want them to try to guide themselves. I've given them somewhat of a path. The thing is that I want to make sure that I can watch them carefully so that they don't deviate, so that they're able to become independent from me and hold their own against what might come in the future.
I understand.
Engle is like,
What if we go and get another guardian and then come back after, and maybe we can think this over a little bit and see if maybe leaving might be better for your people.
I have an idea.
hmm,
Would you be willing to help us in more of a support role? You said you've done research on the cult.
I have, but that was when I was not a guardian.
Would you be able to help us prepare ourselves against them? Perhaps with runes?
Are you familiar with the runic arts?
Not at all, I say, looking at him full of confidence.
I see. I can definitely prepare you with... Well, I can supply you with runes, if that is what you require. I could also teach you what I know. It might take some time to learn, though. I am not sure how quickly you are able to pick up new things.
I'm going to smile at him because I am a very fast learner. It's like my one good quality, other than being a sword. I believe I could pick it up pretty quickly.
Alright.
Can you teach me anything to ward against flames?
Well, I can teach you how to create a runic shield. Most definitely. It might take some time, but it can be done. And then I would just need to provide you with the proper runes to ward against fire.
A nod. That would be very helpful.
And how about you, Guardian Engle?
He looks up, he's like, well, I mean, I can probably learn. It'd probably be helpful, right? To have us both know these things so that we can kind of work off each other. I mean, I haven't fought with you in combat or anything like that, so...
You haven't fought together in combat?
No, he just kind of picked me up already, like...
Are your worlds doing fine?
Well, yeah, but they were mostly developed when I got assigned to my division, so... I don't have to do much.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, we can definitely train together. Do you wish to train here, or do you want to train on the harbor?
It might be prudent to train on the harbor, and also collect the last of us.
Yes, of course. I can get everything prepared over on the harbor.
Engle, would you go with him to assist?
Sure, yeah, I can do that, and then you're gonna just go meet
And
the
can
other...
you also make sure Kath isn't going to kill me?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what does Kath look like?
A tiny little furball, absolutely adorable.
Okay. Okay.
If you get confused, ask Nolan. He knows him.
Okay. Well, Nalan he's kind of intimidating.
What? But he's so handsome. I say out loud, like just confused.
Tolvan nods to Engle. Is like, he's right. She's right. and Engle is just like,
Okay. Okay.
And Tolvan looks over. Is like, if I am able to, I will see what I can do about making sure, well, providing this world with the proper means to be able to stay on its own. Only for a short time.
A nod. Of course. I will meet you both at the harbor.
Perfect.
And I'm going to, just from here, try to will myself over to Nef Tenvo.
Nef Tenvo.
Hey, I said my name this time.
Yes. Alright, you're gonna go to Nef Tenvo.
Yes. And not to the horrible volcano lands.
Not to the horrible
That's
volcano lands.
yeah, that's a discipline, right?
Yes, it is a discipline.
I got a 23.
You as you reach the next area, you appear on a world where you see what looks like large vessels flying off of it. You see people walking in the middle of these large dirt paved streets. You're on top of probably about a 4-story building right now, and you see the clouds in the sky are just it's blocking out any. It's a thick, dense, dark clouds.
Ominous.
You see, it looks like there's a lot of people on the streets. And I'd like you to roll me another energy check. Just straight will.
Straight will. Aha! 24. I got a 12.
You sense behind you as you look over, you see a door at the on the roof of this 4-story building. You see a door, and then you almost get this sensation of a guardian behind the door.
Well, through the door I go.
You go up to it, and as you open the door, you see what looks like a tube of some kind and a little platform that is just sitting there.
I guess I go stand on it.
You stand
Do
on
I
it.
fit?
You stand on it, and then you hear... Bzz. Which level would you like to go to?
And I am going to say Nef Tenvo.
Accepted.
And
I'm
gonna think to myself, holy crap, that worked.
You begin to flow down super fast. I need you to roll me an endurance check.
Endurance? Okay.
As this thing bolts down super fast. So fast that the gravity starts to affect you.
I got a 21.
21. You feel the sensation of your head begin to it begins to affect you a little bit. You take 3 points to your stamina
All right.
as you feel it stop, and you feel the butterflies entering into your stomach as suddenly you reach the bottom, and the door slides open. And you enter into a long hallway and a singular door that radiates that familiar essence.
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
You go over and knock on the door. As you knock on the door slides open, and you see a desk with a Nigonian that has his back to you. His hands are behind his back, and you see he has a cape that is draped over his what looks like his right shoulder, and the cape is it's like a silver and blue coloration. And then he turns around, and his skin tone is this dark navy blue, and his eyes are these. It's almost like he looks like he's you're not really quite sure what he is, but he just stares at you. He's like, I haven't had another guardian come to see me in quite some time. Please have a seat.
Of course. And I'll sit on the other side of his desk.
As soon as you arrived here, I could sense that there was something going on.
Indeed. I'm pursuing the cult of Inner Flame. Have you heard of them?
Cult of Inner Flame. I can't say that I have, but I have dealt with my fair share of cults.
Then your experience will be invaluable. I've been putting together a small team of guardians to go up against them and retrieve corrupted artifacts that once belonged to the cult's deific figure.
I see.
If at all possible, I would like to exterminate the cult, or
And-
rather, the void that taints it.
Oh, so it's tainted by the void. Well, why didn't you say
Indeed.
so? I would very much like to help out if it means taking out void walkers, and there are void walkers in this situation, correct?
Probably. I haven't encountered one yet, but I have encountered cultists corrupted. I tried to take one for questioning, and it was reduced to ash before I could ask it anything.
Have you figured out who is the lead behind this cult?
Their deific figure is one known as Bonner.
No, I mean, I don't specifically mean the deity in question more, so the actual...
Just the head of the cult.
Yes,
I have no idea.
I see. So my expertise will come in handy.
Indeed. This is my first time taking on a cult.
I see. Are you a new guardian?
Relatively.
And do you have any other allies in this endeavor?
Yes. Tolvan is providing support and is willing to teach us teach us runic shield with the fire resistance property, I believe.
You have a rune forger,
Yes.
guardian,
And we have Guardian Engle.
Engle. I am unfamiliar with Engle.
He is a child gifted with the abilities of ice.
No, I mean, now if we're going up against a fire cult, that might be beneficial or detrimental, depending on what he's able to do.
From what I can tell, he can make ice constructs. A very versatile and useful tool.
Indeed.
And we have Grandmaster Cath, probably. I had to kill him, so he might be kind of mad.
The Aurasian?
Yes.
The one that went crazy?
He's not crazy anymore. Like I said, I killed him.
Oh, you sent him back to the harbor.
Yes.
Alright. I see. Well, there's some situations going on here on my world. At least my division. But my division is quite complex, to say the least, and honestly, I would need a break at some point, so a break now would be good.
Wonderful. Afterwards, if you need assistance, I am willing to help.
We shall see. I will join you. And you see him stand up and then walk around. He's like, but I'll be making trips here and there, back and forth, reoccurring to gather supplies and things for our journeys and our trials and tribulations.
I nod. I'm on my way to the harbor to receive some extra training.
Perfect. Well, then I will meet you there.
I nod, and I'm just gonna go to the harbor.
All right, you easy enough. Return back to the harbor.
Didn't even have to roll that time. I'm getting better at teleporting.
Well, the harbor is probably like the easiest one to do because you can just sense the energy from where you're going.
I like to pretend I'm progressing.
You return to the harbor, and you see Nevex step forward to you, the greeter. He says,
I give him a quick little bow.
He says,
Did you collect all the guardians that you need?
Indeed.
Perfect. Well then, I suppose training is in order.
Of course.
Nowlin is preparing with Engle and Tolvan as we speak.
I'm going to nod and say thank you, and I'm gonna head to Nolan.
Oh, and Kath scurried off somewhere.
He's not trying to kill me, is he?
I think he's trying to make sure that everything is alright here, since he hasn't been back in some time, and the last time he was back, it wasn't a very good time.
Understood. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Good. And be sure to train quickly.
Indeed.
I feel things are being planned. And as you go to where Nowlin, Tolvan, and Engle are, we're going to end the session there.
Okay. I'll try to remember my great idea later.
Do you want to say it now so that we just have it here?
Yes. Yeah, so that people can call me out on forgetting.
Yeah.
Yes. My idea is I'm going to ask Nolan about making my power better. My goal with this is to figure out how to infuse different types of energy into my blades.
All right.
Because it occurs to me it might be really fun to hit the fire cultists with a ice sword or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that, thank you all for listening to this 5th entry of the Guardian series. And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power. End credits. I thank you for listening to The Guardian. As you listen to the series, you come to learn deeper aspects of the core you may have not been aware of. Pay close attention as the plot thickens. Also, if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive Codex entries. Until next time, travelers. Be safe. Stay safe. And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.